It is 2020. Wait, scratch that. It is anime season winter 2023, which means we've got a lot of new anime to watch. I mean, it's been for quite some time now, but hey, it's also a new year for quite some time now, but hey, unexpectedly, even though it seems to be lacking, this season is actually quite stacked, in my opinion at least. Let's start with the easy stuff, for sequels. Watch these if you've liked the previous seasons. I personally will only watch Anos, Damachi, and Tsurune. And as for the other new anime, I've watched almost every single one of those this season. I've given all of them at least 2 episodes. And yeah, even the isekai low budget trash, sadly. And at the end of it, here are my 7 anime worth watching this season in absolutely no particular order. You can decide by yourself depending on the genre. Imagine your presence being so non-existent that it seems to not exist at all. Automatic doors to supermarkets don't open for you, and you actively have to tell people that you're there for them to know. Shiraishi, the male lead of Kubo-san Won't Let Me Be Invisible, faces exactly this problem, but as the title suggests, there's a girl, Kubo, who always seems to find him, and you can surely imagine how this one leads into a love story. It is a wholesome anime with an unique style that makes everything cuter than it already is, although I should mention that there have been some production problems here, so this season will only cover up to episode 7, I think. So you should watch it if you're fine with that, and can wait for the latter 5 episodes in fall. Let me ask you a question. Do you suck at living? Yeah? Well, the male lead in Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten certainly does so too. Living alone without the arguably most necessary skills of cooking and cleaning, he speedruns an Asmongold lifestyle. However, one day he helps out a girl, Mahiru, the female lead, whom he finds sitting all alone in the rain. She then wants to pay back that favor, which in turn leads to them growing closer as friends and her helping him out with living, quite literally. You can already see how this would lead to a romance. This anime focuses much more on the romance aspect than other rom-coms, but it does so in a good way. Instead of the two leads metaphorically snail walking towards each other, they seem to take huge steps with each episode. As I've read the novels, I can confidently recommend it because I know where the plot is headed. There are always some anime with like the weirdest premise. Last year it was your boy Kongming, and this season I feel that it is the ice guy and this cool female colleague. The first time I heard of this idea, like the male lead literally freezing whenever his emotions overflow, I thought of it as stupid and it would have no way of entertaining. But I was so wrong. It is like one of my favorites this season. From this guy freezing in his tracks and 2 other characters being descendants of a fox and a freaking phoenix, the cast is all over the place, and I mean that in the greatest way possible. The other half of the cast, they're humans by the way, don't worry, they're just as colorful and entertaining. And so, even with both Kubo-san and Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten being in the season, I'll brand this anime as the cutest. Though I have yet to make my mind up about whether Mahiru wins over Fuyutsuki or the other way around. Last year we've had Licorice Recoil, which made people fall in love with the synergy of Chisato and Takina. I myself smiled at the interactions like a little kid, but I thought that would be it, that I wouldn't get another iconic duo like that. However, we have another one to replace in this season, Anis and Euphilia. The Magical Revolution, contrary to other isekai or reincarnation stories, does not give you a 10-minute description of the MC's previous life. Instead, she just regains her memories and that's that. The MC, Anis, is a princess which in that world should allow her to use magic, But guess what she can't do? Unable to access magic, she uses her otherworldly knowledge to create magicology to make a science out of the whole thing so that she herself can still somehow use magic. And on the side, she's like totally gay for her brother's fiancée Euphilia. Not NTR, by the way. The guy rejects her anyway, so Anis is like, don't mind if I take her, and you know, she just does. Imagine our world, but take away everything except how humans look and the shape of the planet. Then coat the whole thing in a steadily rising ocean of snow that threatens to extinct humanity, which, by the way, can basically only live under trees that stretch so high that the treetops build a sort of second layer above the atmosphere of the planet, where humans then can live too. And yeah, then you have the world of this, and DMC is one of the guys up there. I already know that I might be bashed for this choice, but hear me out. Yes, they're using CGI, I think, but the way they do so isn't atrocious. I would even almost go as far as to say that this anime is one of the more visually stunning ones this season. Although the plot isn't that complex or intricate, the strength of this anime lies within its world building. Like, there's no way you watch this anime and don't wonder what the hell is going on. The whole thing reminds me a bit of Knights of Sidonia, or Sidonia, I don't know how you pronounce it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was the same creator.
I am so blind, still running out of sight. In the night, I'm feeling goosebumps.
What would happen if you had one card set in the whole world where each card gave people different kinds of powers? Yeah, people would abuse that power for their own use, while others would err more on the side of justice. Furthermore, there would be groups that built themselves upon those powers, both evil and good, no? This is the world this anime plays in, and surprise surprise, the main character is one of those cards. You know, with titles like these, high card, I never know what to expect. When I read isekai titles, I already know what's going on and can mostly determine whether it is trash or not. But here, yeah, it's probably about cards, but I know like nothing else. Yeah, seems that I've been spoiled by paragraph titles. Anyway, I'm glad I tried this one out. I highly recommend it. Like, at least try the first episode. It is such a banger, you'll instantly know whether you like this or not.
嘘つきばっかってても見て見ぬふり悲しみを盾に何を守ろうとしているの
Natural flames destroy you from the inside. Everyone in this world knows that and fears it too. Instead of normal fire, humanity hunts flame monsters and extracts their essence from them, which they can then use as flame. The story is about a little girl who got saved by such a flame hunter, but the man lost his life in the process. Flame hunters have dogs to support them in their hunt, but with his death, both the dog and the flame hunter's weapon land in the hands of the young girl, who later on has to depart from her village to bring those two belongings to the dead man's family. Everything from visuals to the complexity of this world is beautiful. I already know how I'll be sad when Hikari no O ends. It probably won't get a continuation. I just hope it will get the recognition it deserves and maybe continue. I'm really happy to have decided to do this video this season. Otherwise, I would have missed out on a lot of good anime. There's enough isekai stuff for people that like those too. Overall, I'd say this season was pretty good. I'm thinking of doing more videos on either the anime I mentioned in this video or on other ones, so comment if you want to see a certain one. If it's on my to-do list, I might as well focus on it for people on the internet. And please don't ask why I'm this late to the party. I just, suck major balls and procrastinated this whole thing into oblivion. Trust me, I finished watching most anime early enough. I could have released this early enough. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Oh, and feel free to drop some criticism. I'll look at it.